Have you had enough time to process it yet? What is loyalty anymore? It's a question we're all wondering in the NBA. Welcome inside Studio J. It is the NBA on TNT pregame presented by CarMax, and we are still processing what has happened. Vince Carter, Candace Parker, the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, Adam Lefkoe here. And you may think I've never seen this before, and you would be right. Because for only the third time in history, a player that has made 5 All-NBA first teams in their first 7 seasons is playing for another team. Wilt, Kareem, and now Luka Doncic. Unbelievable. Still wrapping our heads around it. SHAQ, have you come to a conclusion of what's going on right now?
Well, obviously, Dallas didn't want to move forward with one of the greatest young players that we've seen today. I wish the business of basketball could have been handled a little better. You would think a guy that 5 years in the league, 5 first-team All-NBAs would at least get the conversation like, hey, things are not going well. This could possibly happen. But, you know, he felt the same way I felt. When it went down, I actually had to look and make sure it wasn't April Fool's Day. So, I mean, I would have liked to have seen it done a little bit more respectfully. But this is what, and us three, we know this, you know this too. This is what we call the business of basketball. I remember the day they traded Patrick Ewing, and it made me say to myself, nobody is safe. Then Dominique, then me, then you. So it happens, but it's just very unfortunate. You know, it's a lot of stuff going on. He wasn't in shape, he was this, he was that. It's obvious that they didn't want to move forward with a 25-year-old superstar. But now, he's in La La Land. His jerseys went from number 6 to number 1. You know, there's a lot of speculation of can him and Bron play with each other. The answer is yes, of course they can play with each other. And it's going to be interesting. However, I think Dallas got better of the trade for the next 2 years anyway. For the next 2 years, I think Dallas won that trade.
Candace, they did say it was a win. Now let's take a look at the details of the trade.
You're take some of that bass out your eyes.
I mean, I'm just saying, you said Dallas for the next it's Luka the Don, SHAQ. Like, this is a dude that legit led the Dallas Mavericks to the finals single-handedly.
Okay,
I understand that he took a lot of flack for defensive effort in the finals. But are we forgetting the Luka magic that was in the Western Conference last year?
They ain't got no. They don't have nobody in the paint for defensive purposes or.
And I don't think the Lakers are done. But I will say this: in the business of basketball, we have to talk about nowadays. You almost can't be transparent with players because of their camps and information getting out. So this is what today is because of all the leaks, because of all the people that are on the side, agents and everything leaking information. You can't be straight up with players because guess what? If this trade doesn't go through, then you have a lot of guys in the locker room that were supposed to be traded that then have to come back and sit. And I think we've all been in situations where guys were supposed to be traded and they have to come back to the locker room and you have to talk about winning after that. So I think that's today's game, where there's not going to be transparency and information. And the 2 GMs had to go about it in that way.
Where are you with all of this? What stage?
I think there's more that needs to be done. It will be done on the Lakers side of it, because I feel like Luka is at his best with a big, particularly that is a lob threat, and his ability. I mean, he can score, and I do think he and LeBron can coexist now. I think LeBron is at the stage where he's been willing to take a step back because we said, hey, he has to allow AD to be AD. Now this is the perfect time for something like this to happen, but they need more. You know, and I'm sure they're trying to figure this out. But I'm saying, as of right now, I agree with you. Dallas right now is ready to roll right now.
And it feels like a reset for the Lakers. It was something that no one expected. The tweets were coming in firing on that night. Dirk Nowitzki, how does he feel? I'm sure he was shocked. I'm sure a lot of Mavericks fans wanted Luka for as long as Dirk was there. Jalen Brunson having the same thought as Shaquille O'Neal. April Fools, right? It was shock. Patrick Mahomes, noted Mavericks fan, noted Luka fan. Wait, what? I know he personally was taking this stuff. And Pau Gasol, part of a similar trade to the Lakers, wait. We could have gotten Pau Gasol.
Almost to the date.
Giving was it really?
Almost to the date of the Laker trade.
Well, today was the first time that we heard AD and Luka chime in, and here's what they said.
I was shocked. Like I said, I didn't know. I was actually at home about to watch a movie with my wife and got the phone call. So I had no idea. I just sent the team text about congratulations on the win against the Knicks, big win, and then found out like an hour later I was no longer with the team. So now it's kind of over it and just kind of getting ready to play with Dallas.
What's your reaction been the last 48 hours to some of the comments coming from Dallas on your way out the door?
I'm just excited, to be here to start this new journey, and obviously at some point I knew this was going to happen, but I would say I always take the high road.
How do you address the criticism that's followed you on your way out about concerns about conditioning and durability?
It's a motive. I know it's not true, but it's a motive. You don't come here for nothing else than championship, so I have everything left to prove.
And people say the Los Angeles Lakers have a history of acquiring stars that they don't know how they got them. 1968 Wilt, 75 Kareem. We mentioned those just a little bit ago. Shaquille O'Neal, it was a sign and trade in 96 when you came from Orlando. The Pau Gasol move in 2008.
The exact same, Shaq, okay.
LeBron James in 2018, Anthony Davis 2019, those two teaming up for that title in the bubble. And now Luka. We heard people there saying about conditioning and all of that. You have faced that criticism as well. How much of that became a chip on your shoulder when you went to the new city? And what kind of chip does Luka have now?
It wasn't really a chip on my shoulder because I didn't work out during the summer because I had other obligations, family, children, and I wanted to work my way into shape. That was my method. It worked for me. There was a lot of so-called methods of how to get it done. You come in shape and you become a first ballot Hall of Famer, you win 3 championships in a row. That's your way. My way, I did it my way, and I'm happy with the way I did it.
What do you think of Luka's way?
I mean, I don't know. He doesn't look out of shape to me. Like I need to know what the term when you say out of shape, is he fat? Does he have a six-pack? Does he not have it? Like, are we talking body fat?
A lot of stories he's ballooned up to 270.
Because one of my best friends just told me fat Luka is better than 99.9% of all the guards in the game. So, in shape Luka, 5 years, first team NBA. Fat Luka or this out of shape Luka, first team All NBA 5 years. So, if that's the case, they let him go. Obviously, I would definitely have to blame management because there's better ways to handle that.
Shaq, you are an anomaly. You are an anomaly.
He's a one of one.
You're one of one. You could come out of shape at 7'3". What were you in your 7'2" in your prime?
Yeah, but me and him are the same guy. He's so out of shape his first 5 years. He got five first all-team NBA.
No.
It's the same thing.
No. I think
Vince, come on, Vince.
Luka will work his way. No. He cannot agree with that. You cannot agree with that. You are an anomaly. I cannot let you sit up here.
Okay, so what?
He is first team.
I cannot let you sit up here and compare your journey to other people. You are an anomaly, a complete anomaly.
This trade, also an anomaly. I just want to get some reaction from around the NBA for how the players reacted, because you don't often see players this candid. So take a listen to this.
It's a reminder. Maybe only a few in this league that can go to sleep with any type of confidence, but the idea that it happened in silence was pretty crazy. The fact that you hear a trade and everybody thinks somebody's been hacked is hilarious.
Yeah, I would have never thought Luka Doncic get traded at this age, next season. I mean, Wild place, man. And he could get traded, then anybody's up, for grabs, So yeah, so fans, by spectating, it's pretty fun.
It's a business. I don't know. I think nobody expected, especially not him. I think nobody's safe in the league. It seems like.
You know what I want? I want Luka to the Lakers. I want Jokic to the Knicks. I want all the Europeans to go to all the big markets, to see something incredible. This is what I want. This is my dream.
You gotta give credit to Rob Lincoln. He's the highway robbery. So it's always good, when I get traded for like a superstar. So I got traded for Lucas. Great vibes.
I'm scared. Tim, hey, if you're gonna trade me, let me know, dog. When Luka got traded, anybody is able to get traded at that point.
Before the game, Finchie was saying that they were very happy with their investment in you. Does that give you at least a little
comfort? USA, thank God. I just bought a crib too.
I think one thing that we aren't talking about is the $117 million that Luka is losing, not being able to sign a supermax deal, which I think is in question now going forward with guys. Is this a way for ownership to get out of the supermax contract? And is this something that's going to have to be in discussion for players in the CBA? Because he's met every single part of what he is supposed to. First team All-NBA, in the conversation of averaging one of 3 players to average 28, 7, and 7. I mean, almost averaged a triple-double last year. So he's done everything as a player. And now he cannot.
350 was supposed to be coming his way.
Now he can't sign.
But, there's got to be something internal that we don't know. We know what's outside, but what's behind the scenes that we're missing?
For more answers, let's bring in our intrepid reporter. Jared Greenberg was at that press conference in LA today. Jared, what do you got for us, and where does it go from here?
Well, I can tell you this, Lefko, Luka Doncic went from shock to realizing the opportunity that's in front of him. But let's advance this story because, as NBA fans know, Luka has been out since Christmas with his 4th left calf injury in as many seasons. Luka told me this morning that what's different about this one as opposed to the previous 3 calf injuries is that he actually took his time, allowing himself to get healthy. I was told that Luka probably could have been back playing a week ago. However, patience was prioritized. Luka has been back on the court working out for the last week, and tomorrow he will participate in his very first 5-on-5 practice. If all goes well, I can confirm that the plan is Luka will make his Lakers debut Saturday against the Pacers. Luka is said to be eager to get back on the court and is excited not just to be a Laker, but to play alongside LeBron James, whom he truly looks up to. LeBron made a quick call to Luka as soon as the news broke late Saturday night that Luka would be joining LA. When he was 15 or 16, Luka trained during the summers here in Southern California. So this truly is kind of a full circle moment for him. However, this time he comes to LA with a chip on his shoulder, motivated by some of the reports, as you guys in the studio talked about, that his trade came due to some of his poor conditioning. I was told that the mission is now clear for Luka, and he understands what he needs to do moving forward, being a legacy player for a legacy franchise. Lefko?
Thank you so much, Jared. That is, we talk about all these doubts about his conditioning. He's going with Mr. Conditioning, LeBron. And, man, he needs to be humbled. A trade often brings humility, I would have to imagine. But, Vince, what are your thoughts just about LeBron and Luka and how that could change the trajectory of his health?
Well, I think he's going to learn a lot. He's going to learn how to be a pro. This is somebody he said he looks up to. I think we said the same thing about AD. Can AD learn how to train, how to get in shape, not be injured, all these things, and he got better. Now does it coincide? Is it a just so happen? I don't know, but I feel like with Luka in this position, with all the naysayers, LeBron has seen that and has gone through it. So who better to have every day to talk about and to prepare you for that? So I think Luka can be good for LeBron. Well, now LeBron doesn't have to be the guy, and LeBron can still go out there and be that, be the scorer that he wants to be now.
Let Luka drop 40.
Let Luka do, and he can do for Luka at the same time because he's going to learn how to play off the ball now.
Trade deadline is Thursday, so there's a lot of rumors swirling. I only want to do this because you're not online as much as I am. The Athletic is reporting right now that Dallas dreams of also bringing in Kevin Durant and going Kyrie, KD, AD. I just wanted your gut reaction because I know you haven't seen that yet.
I haven't seen that, but I have seen reports that the Suns are taking conversations about Kevin Durant. So with the move that we don't have to pay our boy our Supermax, I'm sure they got a lot of money floating around. So if they're putting it out there, it may can happen.
Do you think every NBA star right now, because of this Luka trade, is suddenly like, I could get moved now? No one's safe. Unless your name is like Wemby, SGA, Jokic.
Man, they should be, but you just have to understand and realize this is the business of basketball. They're going to do what's best for them, so you have to kind of do what's best for you. Like, I took a lot of flack of so-called sticking up for Jimmy. It's not I'm sticking up for Jimmy. It's they get to do what they want to do. How come we as players can't do what we want to do? So it's different. Now, one thing I can say about Mr. James, being in the locker room with him, he's a really good manager. He's a really good leader. So I'm sure he's going to sneak in conversations and, not come out and say you're fat, but hey man, instead of eating that cheeseburger,
do the Versa climber with me.
Why don't you try like a turkey? So like he's really good at, talking to people.
We solved it.
I'm just saying.
Turkey burgers for Luka.
We get check. What?
That's awesome. I love that. The whole world, when we heard about Luka AD,
you got
confidence sandwich.
Gotta trick him into the diet.
I love that. Lettuce wrap, Luka.
Listen, I'm just saying you're a great basketball player, but
you got to go to Erewhon on Saturdays.
Like we be trying to trick Chuck.
Eat a grape, Chuck.
Instead of eating that cheeseburger.